Hey everyone. So we have an emergency situation here with the Simplicity Sunstar. It's so bad and so horrible that I dare not speak of it above my breath. So let's get started. All right, Houston, we have a major problem. Went to go start it, and these bolts got loose that hold the base of the air cleaner down. And I'm missing a bolt, and it could be in there, which means it can find its way into the head. Fortunately, it's not a steep angle, and it actually has to come up. Now, the throttle got stuck, so I'm hoping it's still right in here. I can't leave it here. At least I hate to leave it here. I think what we're going to do, as much as I hate doing it, right, I'm going to have to take all this off. I'd rather bring it into the garage, but I'm afraid to continue to use it. Do I risk it? The question is, it's not hard to take all this off. So now would be the time to liberate it, and not right this moment, but I think I'm going to cover it. I don't have the hood. So I think I'm going to do is either lay the hood on or just put plastic and a cup over it. And we're not going to turn it on. I'm going to leave it here in the shade area and try to pull all this off and not use it and just do it right here. So I'm going to leave it where it is for now. I didn't hear anything weird, but I don't know. It revved up. I shut it right off. So yeah, that's bad. So maybe we can find it. It might be right there. I mean, if not, if it goes down into the head, it's going to hit the piston, screw everything up. It's not a very big screw. I can't do it now. So let me go cover it with something just to keep the rain out of it. And then we'll get in there. Maybe tomorrow. Well, it won't be tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night, the next day. I don't know. I'm going to have to stay here.
One eternity later.
All right, let's just take a good look. So we got our ground here. I'm going to take that off. This wire is run over the top, which it doesn't have to be like that. We got this guy here. We're going to take this off. So part of choke or throttle, and this is maybe the choke here, right? That will take off once it's loose. We have our fuel line, which we can either take off here. Oh look, somebody didn't put the clamp up on it. So we'll do all of that. I'll just take all this stuff off. This week I think we could just take it off here and loosen that up, right? It'll be easier. And this is on the second hole in. At least that's the way it is right now. I'll take all that off. And then after that, I think maybe we want to pull it from here. We could try just taking the carburetor off first and see, rather than do all the rest of it. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll just work the carburetor off first. And maybe it's right in there because the throttle was revving up and it wouldn't go down. So maybe it's stuck right there on the throttle blade. If we don't keep fussing with it, we might be able to save it. Let the dissection begin. Oh, I got to get a little container for all of this. Yeah, let me go do that. A little container so I don't lose anything else. Spring, and the spring is in the second hole here. That's it. I've never had the carb off, so I didn't have to. And I didn't want to meet it like this. I was going to rebuild it one day with some fresh parts. All right. Lubricant to hopefully break the seal. Try to keep the gasket. Let's see. Yep, she's coming. Nice and easy. Oh, there's the screw, bros. Let me get you in. Hold on. You know what? Maybe I'll get the other camera. Oh my God, let me go get a magnet. Let me get you in. Okay, bros. All right, this way I don't have like a seizure and like dump it. That's it. That's the offending piece. Oh, fellas. You have no idea. All right, let's go bring this guy in the shop and we'll set up and I'm just gonna kind of peek through the carburetor, clean it off.
Moments later.
All right, like I said, normally I wash everything down first, you know, because I like to use the super clean, get everything nice, but that's not today's job, right? This is emergency surgery here. So we're just gonna start off with a bath. Nothing fancy. I'll spend a few minutes, fellas. It was working, so it's just, you know, maybe we'll just give it a good cleaning. Let me go do this. This is nice. All right, we'll be back in a bit. I'll crack it open. We'll take a peek in there when I'm done. Let's blow this off with some, 20, 30 PSI. Don't use any more than that, 15. Just a light blow when I'm done. And then when we go in, we're going to re-clean with some fresh, a little bit of fresh wash. All right, stand by, because I got to clean all this stuff up. All right. You'll see it more as I work it, but we definitely need to get a gasket kit for this. Somebody has been banging on this bowl, and there's some kind of gasket sealer. Let it focus. See it? You can see it. It's that brown. So we can't take this apart yet. That would be suicide. I need to move this thing. So we want to bring it in anyway, and I still need to use it. So I'm going to locate possibly a bowl and the gaskets for it and whatever else. Let's get all this cleaned off, and we're going to spray out these thread holes. Spray everything out as best we can and not touch it, and put it back so I can get it out of the yard and I can still use the machine because it's running okay. So we'll get everything cleaned up on the outside and spray into all the ports. I want to get these holes cleaned up because we're going to put, I don't know what the hell that's in there, but get all that done. It's just dirty, I guess. And that way we'll put a touch of Loctite, blue Loctite, on the threads. We'll clean the bolts too, the screws. Put everything back. See if I can get parts for it. Should be able to. I've seen them around once. It's just, unfortunately, I just don't have much money. Money is really, really tight. But I would not open that because somebody tried sealing that up. Put a little gasket sealer on this. We're going to need another gasket. Just a little bit on there so that doesn't leak. All right, let's hit it with some gum out. And then I'll blow it. It's not bad inside the carburetor. All right, fill that up a little bit and then let it pee out. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong in here. And then we'll put it back. Yeah, see this chunk in the threads. At least it'll be clean enough for just a touch of blue Loctite. It's probably grease or something in there, filth. There's a little bit of dirt down in there. Yeah, all right. All right, we'll blow it off. Yeah, it's not terrible. All right, let me blow this off. Put all this gack away. I'll meet you guys back in a bit. I put just a touch of high tack here where just the gasket paper pulled up a little bit, right? And nowhere else. We don't need it anywhere else. Like a mess. Wiped off the excess. It looks really clean. Okay. What is this? All borked. Must have been moving around a lot. We'll clean up the screws in a bit. Let me go mount this, right? And we'll be back. Yeah, we want that bowl. You could see this stuff. You see brown here. Brown all through here. So it could be just silicone somebody tried to paste on there. All right. I just wiped everything off. I put a little no-seize on the bolts there, the studs, and also a little bit on the gasket surface because I just don't want the gasket to get stuck on there, right? And then we'll have to fuss with it. But we should be replacing this gasket next time. Everything else looks okay in here. Looks like it could be a little bit of burning or arcing there in this. I don't know, it's hard to say. We'll get it cleaned off. Before we do it, we'll wash this off next. And probably replace that fuel line, and we'll get in and look a little deeper. All right, let's close it up. What the doggy's doing? What's he doing? He's just wandering around. Where you going, boo? All right. We got to check a few things out first. Everything's on. Well, let me set the camera in. While we're here, because she does drink a little. Oil looks good. I know, I just cleaned it. It's right at the full level. It's been sitting. Yeah, she just a squirt below full. But she's good. Nice and clean, too. All right, we need to check functionality. Okay. So, that's full throttle. We're all the way back. This is some kind of stop. I don't think it's correct. But we'll have to get to that another time. So this is idle. And then the choke, which you probably can't see, is over here. And it's moving. Okay, so we're going to go full choke. Let me get in. We still got to clean up the screws and the bottom plate. Put the brake on. All right, not a lot of safeties here, fellas. Put the brake on. We'll go full choke. She usually takes a bit to start because all the fuel flows back. Oh, there we go. Let's take the choke off. Yep. Carburetor's going to be empty. You want to give it a little help? I got my tranny fluid sauce. It'll smoke a little, but you know, but it'll work. We'll fill the bowl a little. Alright, there's no point in tuning it, fellas. There's no point. Alright, because we got to come back in here. I see fuel all up in there. Alright, I think we're good. Let me put a cover on it. And we'll come back. I'm going to go grab some food, some grub. And we'll come back and I'll clean up all the other parts. And we'll be good to go. A little bit of blue Loctite on the threads. I cleaned the threads good, right, with some solvent, And I'm just going to wash this off real quick. The filter seems to be pretty good. I'll try and get a new one. It's a Kohler filter. We got to measure it. Made in Mexico. Yeah, but it's not bad. If I hold it up to the light, I can see through it. But the pre-filter needs to be clean. And I cleaned the bottom of this and the inside, so that's done. All right, and yeah, probably should put little washes on something like that on this, because this is all like kind of chewy. I don't know if I have any or not, but a little bit of blue Loctite. All right, we'll be back. Let me get this stuff finished up. I notice there's a very small shoulder on this bolt here, this screw, you know, up underneath the head. I think what was happening is it was not tightening properly, kind of mashed the plate a little bit. And these washers definitely helped it to get nice and tight. All right, we're all set. Put this on. Let me go find a spot for it. I kind of made a spot for it, but I'm gonna have to shove something out of its way, and we can put it away. Might have just made it in here just in the nick of time. I think I'm running out of gas. This fire. Hi. Well, I got some gas in it, but could just be run sloppy. We might have got a little piece of something in the carburetor, but it's cold, so I can put some more gas in it too. We'll let it run another day. Crisis averted. All right, fellas, crisis averted. That was brutal. Yeah, that was brutal. I think there's just a lot of grease and age, and it looked like there was some grease on it. You know, on those screws, and things are dirty. We will come back to this when I get a chance to figure out. I gotta get some parts. Crisis averted, fellas, and I gotta get back to doing some other stuff. Put her away, and she's nice and safe, and I will find some parts and for the carburetor, and we're gonna have to just open that thing up and take a peek inside. It's probably just glued shut, right? Be my guess. It started to act a little funny when we put it away. Could have got a little piece of dirt in there, a little something. I don't know. I didn't warm it up. Sometimes she'll do that. She needs a tune-up, like at least to clean the plugs again, because it does burn a bit of oil. We did put some good oil in it. We really need to clean out that carburetor, clean the plugs. And then make some adjustments and everything, and she deserves it. So we'll finish up next time. We'll do a little bit of work on it on another episode of Arch's Garage. Thanks for hanging out. Crisis averted, thank God. Right, kiss the ground, kiss the machine. It was so close, fellas. It was so close. Like I said, by the way, I was like, don't run it. Just leave it. I was gonna pull it in. I'm like, no. If it's sitting right there. I'm glad I just shut it off, walked away from it, put a cover on it, came back to it with a clear head. I'll see you guys later.